What's going on? This your boy Shaw, aka Shaw the Barber, aka Skill Hands at Work. Hey, we back to do another video, y'all. This time I want to talk about a problem that I've been having that I'm sure a lot of people have if you own an iPad Pro. I've done away with using a laptop or a computer at all for that matter. And I do all my video editing and everything that I do now, I do it just on this iPad. It's a little bit of a problem when you're using the iPad. You only have one port on the side, and you use that port to charge and pretty much everything else that you do. There's no headphone jack, there's no nothing. You have to use this port for charging, for headphones, for microphones, for everything. Now, when I had my MacBook Pro, I used to use something like this right here, and it would give you the ability to use a SD card, a micro SD card, USB-C, USB-C, and then 2 USB. It gave you that and an HDMI port on the side. So that gave you capability, but with this, you can't use it because it has 2. So I went out when I first got it and I bought all of these. I got the one for the microphone and for headphones. If you wanted to use headphones, you could plug in your headphones. Now that would be great until my battery started to die. You could just plug this in, but once your battery starts to die, you have to take your headphones off. And if you're editing a video, you can't listen to the sound in some places. The great thing about an iPad is that you can take it everywhere you go. Now you also had this one right here, which is so you can plug in an Ethernet cable. This Ethernet cable is very important if you're uploading videos to YouTube. It gets you a much faster connection than a Wi-Fi connection. And you'll see it connect. There it is, now just connected. So it's running off of the Ethernet cable now, which it works great. Another problem, if you need to charge, you have a problem yet again. So that's another downside. So we got 2 things that we can't use whenever we want. Now, here's another one that I use a lot. This is the SD card reader. Now, if you're using SD cards, you would use it like this. You just put one in, but if you're using a micro SD card, you have to use an adapter, then you put the adapter in here. So it made it hard because I always had to make sure I had this adapter, and if I ever use this, I took a chance on losing this adapter. That's just extra pieces that you have to carry everywhere you go. So then I got smart, and I was like, I wanted to combine all of these into one and have a cable that I could use it with. So this right here is the Satechi. I guess it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 1. But this one works great. It gave you your HDMI port, just like this one. It's pretty much the same thing, just minus 1 USB and 1 USB-C. It gave you your HDMI, your SD, your micro SD, 1 USB and 1 USB-C. Now this 1 USB-C, it didn't help charge fast or anything like that. It charged very slow, but it didn't work for everything I needed. One thing it was missing, I still had no way to use my headphones. So I couldn't use my headphones with this at all. Oh, I could if I plugged it in here. But once again, it still makes it so I can't charge. The only thing this would make it so I could do is so I could use an SD card or a USB while I was using my headphones, but I still would not be able to charge. Now, I did get the capability of not having to carry this, which was great. Now you have the micro SD on here. So you got the SD card and the micro SD card. So that gets rid of this, and it gets rid of having to carry this with it. So that was a win. This was still better than what I had, but I was still running into so many roadblocks. I wasn't able to use my headphones and charge still, and I didn't have a second USB-C. This one was good, but it still fell short for me. For the price, this was good. A little bit upgraded. It's OKX USB Type-C Hub Pro. So let's take a look inside this box. So it looks like it comes with a 1-year free warranty. Looks like it's made by the exact same company almost. I mean, everything down to the metals, the cables, the way the cable connections are, everything looks the same. This one doesn't feel nearly as heavy and as solid as this one. This one feels very solid. This one feels a little bit like tinky. This one sounds solid. This one, but it's much bigger. Now this is a 14 in 1. This thing is amazing. This solved all the problems and gave me stuff that I didn't even want. So let's just go around this thing let's compare it to this one. So we got SD card and micro SD, SD card, micro SD, USB, USB. Then you have 1, 2, 3 more USB on just that side. Now you turn to this side, you got your Ethernet, which none of the other ones had an Ethernet except for the single Ethernet. This right here, I think it's VGA. I'll never use this, but it's amazing that it came with it. I don't know why anybody would still need this, but if you had a monitor that only had this connection, you could still use it. And the reason I say you don't need this is because most people can use, boom, it comes with 1, 2 HDMI ports. That's amazing. Now, if you're running Mac, you can only show the same image on both separate screens. But if you're running on the other people, Microsoft, yeah, those people. If you're running on Microsoft, you can run something different on each monitor and on the computer monitor as well. Then it gives you another USB. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side and a 5th one on this side. Then it gives you a USB-C and it gives you 100 milliamp charge for your personal devices. So basically, you can run a brick like this through it and get a full charge to all your devices. Let's take a look at how this thing works. Let's plug everything in and see what we can do. We got USB-C. Now, let's get some Ethernet. All right, so we no longer need this dongle anymore. We could use it if we wanted to and stick it in right here, but that would be a waste of a port since they have a place for it right here. So let's go ahead and plug that up. Plugged it up, the lights kick on. They kicked on, so we're connected. And you see it right there. It shows it's connected. It gives you the blue hub symbol on your iPad. On this side, you have your headphone jack. Right there, it's a headphone jack. So now we don't need this dongle anymore. Let's get rid of that. You plug in your headphones right there. So now you got your headphones plugged in. Now, we need a power cord. So we got the power cord. Power cord is gonna go in here. That's the one that's for the PDA to charge your device. Now this one right here, this is what makes this special. We'll go ahead and plug this one into the other side. Actually, we won't. We have something better that needs to go in there and we're gonna plug it in a minute. We don't need this one anymore. We don't need this anymore, or this for that matter anymore, because now we have SD cards, micro and SD card and the micro SD card is covered right there. I don't use any of these because I don't use anything that uses those. But now we come over here, it's several things I can plug up. I can plug this up and then charge my phone. But what I wanted to plug up was this right here, a microphone. And once you plug up the microphone, now you pretty much have everything you need, even though it looks messy, you have everything you need connected to your iPad. If you can think of anything more that you need to have connected than what I have now, I mean, only thing better is the 2 HDMIs, but I have an Apple TV in the room, so I don't need to use the HDMI because I can just screen mirror or cast right to the TV. So I'm gonna tell you, this hub is amazing. It's doing everything. It's charging, it's running on the internet. I got my mic lit up. The microphone is hot. There's the power for the mic. My headphones are connected. I mean, I still could plug up more things. I could use one of these right here to charge my iPhone off of if I wanted to. It's charging, so it does charge your phone as well. This little hub can do everything. It's pretty amazing. That's the best hub. That hub works. Best hub I've gotten so far. Definitely. That was pretty much it. That's the hub, and that's the way to go if you ask me. A little bit more expensive than this one right here, almost double the price, but it does way more than double what this one does. This one is nice, that one's amazing. Anyway, I think this video served its purpose, and I'm gonna say thank y'all for watching. This your boy, Shaw, AKA Shaw the Barber, AKA Skill Hands at Work. Hey, and we out.